and the latest Marvel movie, The Marvels, arrives in theaters tonight. Movie reviewer, YouTuber, and really nice guy, Sean Chandler, who's already seen the movie, joins us to talk about it and let us know, should we see it? Sean, let me just ask you, it's Marvel's 33rd MCU film in the franchise. Originally, Marvel movies were made for anybody to go. Should we go see this one? Is it worth it?
So it's a little bit of a tough recommendation. I took my 9-year-old daughter. She said she had a lot of fun with it. When I got home, my wife was excited to see this movie. My recommendation to my wife was, I think you're going to like this movie, and our whole family is going to go see it tonight with the packed opening night crowd. So on the one hand, there are people that I think will really enjoy this film. For me, I thought it was superficially entertaining, but it is choppy on a story level. There's a lot of problems with the tone. It feels like big chunks of the movie are missing. And so I didn't particularly think this was a good film, but it is entertaining. Now, you asked, at one point in time, Marvel movies used to be for everyone. Yeah. This one is a sequel to Captain Marvel, but it's also feels like it's a sequel to a Captain Marvel movie we haven't seen, as well as a follow-up to the Disney Plus show WandaVision, as well as a follow-up to the show Miss Marvel, and kind of a follow-up to the show Secret Invasion. So there's a lot of homework you need to do to follow some of the plot lines here. And the movie tries to catch you up with some lines of dialogue. But if you haven't watched all these Disney Plus shows, you're playing major catch-up on characters that have died, how people got powers, who certain lead characters are. So I think you're seeing a situation where the Disney Plus strategy might really hurt this movie, where a lot of people haven't seen Miss Marvel. You
just listed Secret Invasion. I'm trying to write this down. Secret Invasion. You got Miss Marvel. I've never watched Miss Marvel, so you're saying I've got to watch these. That makes it hard for anybody to go see it. There was a lot of drama. Right. I know that there was stuff about reshoots and stuff behind the scenes, so that actually kind of shows up in the film. You kind of see that there was problems.
Yeah. So Marvel, from the very beginning, have always used reshoots pretty extensively. They just build it into their post-production plan to be able to reshoot some parts. This one had extensive reshoots. It had 4 weeks of reshoots, which is a lot. And then they also did a test screening in Dallas, which they almost never do test screening for Marvel movies because they were trying to figure it out. I think when you watch this movie, that's what you feel, that they were trying to figure out how to tell the story. They reshuffled the plot line, and it feels like 4 different movies duct taped together with reshoots. So let me bring this up. It's unfortunate.
So I just looked at Rotten Tomatoes. Right now, it sits at 62% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not a bad score, but it's not a great score. Do you think Marvel's broken?
I don't think they have the magic that they used to have. As a point of reference, for the first 25 movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, every single one of them was fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. That's over 60%. And the lowest scored movie was, I believe, a 66%, and that was Thor: The Dark World, like 12 years ago.
Wow.
And so in the last 2 years, they have had 2 different movies that were rotten. So substantially more than 0. This movie is only at 62%. As of last night, it was rotten. So even though it's fresh, a couple years back, it would have been the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score ever. Their brand used to stand for, these are movies that you can trust that you're going to get quality entertainment that the whole family can enjoy. And that's been shaken a little bit over the last couple of years. I think they're putting out too much quantity because they're doing all these Disney Plus shows, and it's diminished the quality. There are still some great individual projects, but there's a lot more misses, and there's a lot more just kind of mediocre stuff.
That's rough. That is rough. Well, I got tickets. I'm gonna go see it myself. You know, I was a fan of Meteor Man and The Phantom back in the day, so I could probably find
saw both of those.
Some qualities of that. Sean Chandler, thank you so much. You can find Sean Chandler at Sean Chandler Plus, and Sean Chandler Talks About on YouTube. Thank you so much, Sean.
Thanks for having me.